Now, as I'm doing this video, Nio Stock is up 2%, trading at $4.29, whilst Lucid, on the other hand, it's up 4% or 3.99%, trading at $3. Now, one thing that you will see between the market cap of Nio and Lucid right now as I'm doing this video is that Lucid again has passed Nio in terms of market cap, but of course we've discussed that why this just shows why Nio is offering a massive opportunities to those that are investing for the long term, because when you look into what is really happening in terms of sales, you know that Lucid for the entire Q4 they sold like 3,000 cars, whilst on the other hand Nio sold over 70,000 vehicles for Q4. So knowing or seeing Lucid having a market cap of over Nio when they sold 3,000 cars in the entire of Q4, whilst Nio sold over 70,000 cars, just shows you of how unjustified the market is. I mean, looking at the total revenues that they generate, Nio's revenues drove the kind of revenues that Lucid generates, and Nio on top of that, when it comes to the infrastructure, after sales service infrastructure like the charging infrastructure, battery replenishment. We know when battery replenishment, it's a foreign language to Lucid because they don't have this kind of technology which makes Nio to be or to supposed to be up there, because it's a technology that works, it's a technology that has stood the test of time, and therefore because of its benefit and what it does not only to the Nio users but to also the cities, the countries which these battery swapping stations are at, it is just so unjustified to see market cap of Lucid surpassing that of Nio. Xpeng, it's up 4.6%, trading at $17.32. Market cap of Xpeng it's at $16.5 billion, showing you that it's headed towards having a market cap 2 times that of Nio, which again here I've spoken a lot already this week about this whole thing. The market, when they look about at Nio, Xpeng, Lioro, they're just looking at the kind of sales that these companies are generating. The reason why the market is rewarding Xpeng is because they are selling pretty good, solid deliveries, though they are still unprofitable. But when you go to Lioro, it's up 6.8% today. Apparently, they just disclosed the total number of outstanding shares, and it remains unchanged, meaning that they never diluted their shares, they never did anything to increase the total number of outstanding shares they had, which is good for them, and hopefully this makes also companies like Nio to not dilute their shares at all in the future, because they've done it. And I think right now Nio just needs to push and make sure that whatever investments they have received from the foreign investors, from big institutions like the Abu Dhabi Investment Fund, they need to make sure that they use what they have and they don't go and dilute the shares again, because seeing companies like Lioro, yes, Lioro is profitable, Nio is not yet profitable, but seeing them disclosing this, I think it's a good thing that I suppose Nio will take this in mind and not, of course, dilute shares, which I think it's not necessary for Nio to dilute. But anyways, I don't think it's necessary for Nio to dilute or introduce more shares, because they got like $6 billion in cash, so it's not really necessary for Nio to dilute their outstanding shares, their shares, right? So yeah, this is what we are seeing. This is how the markets are today in terms of the share price. Otherwise, when you look into the other stocks, we've got Zika up 8.75%, we've got Tesla down 2.61%, Lucid up, like I said, almost 4%, Rivian up 3.1%, Xpeng up 4.68, Lioro up 6.8, Nio up 2%, which is something that, of course, Nio, it is the stock, it's one of the stocks that is not doing that good. Tesla, it's on a red, it's the only red EV stock today. But obviously we know that Tesla has been on the surge, especially after President Trump was elected as the new president of the United States. Obviously, Tesla benefited from this due to the close ties that, of course, Elon Musk has with Donald Trump. This is what resulted in the shares of Tesla to surge quite sharply, which is something that obviously it was a good thing. Those that own Tesla, I'm sure they were excited when they saw that takes place. So our very own Nio is trading at $4.29 as I'm doing this video, and hopefully things get better, they end the day pretty solid, pretty good, which of course it will excite the new investors. I know we want Nio stock price to double, but I think the doubles of Nio share price growing 2x, it is not very far off, because the more Nio do well, the more Nio shows the growth in terms of deliveries, the more Nio shows growth in terms of their after sales services like their infrastructure, battery swapping, is the more we are going to see a lot of investors flocking in and wanting to own this stock, which will benefit them in a good way, that of course forces the short sellers or those that are shorting this stock out of the stocks, because Nio will be continuing to grow sales. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, recently they came and downgraded Nio, and we all know why they are doing that. They want to buy it cheap, they want to buy it low, but it appears that Nio has been holding the $4 stock price for quite some time, and it signifies that whatever they try to do, it cannot go lower than where it is right now, which is something that of course it's positive to say that maybe the bottom is in. We might see Nio stock price not going lower than this, or not going below $4, which is a good thing, and we hope that from here we double, or we go to $8. From $8 we go to $12, from 12 to 16, which when we get to 16, hopefully I'm one of the consumers, I'm one of the retail investors or Nio retail investors who will see their portfolio changing to green, because my average is almost at $16. The more I load, the more my average comes down, and hopefully this gets to reward me in the long run. I hope so, because Nio is a company which is set for greatness. Just thought I'd give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming. Long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. I'll see you in my next video, and God bless you all.